Hey everyone, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More, and I'm outside the Ocho, an 8-plex that has 16 garages with it. This is a property that's brought us so much drama when I thought it would be a fairly smooth and easy purchase and property to manage. I was completely wrong. We've had squatters, evictions, break-ins, the police called for a SWAT situation in one of the garages, just crazy stuff. But 7 of the 8 units were rented. We just finished the remodel on an 8th unit where we had a tenant who went missing, who luckily was found, and then he decided to move out. But we'll show you the remodel there. Just collected quarters, so I'm gonna have a video either before or after this one that goes over how much the laundry machines have made us, expenses, things like that, if it's worth doing. And then we're gonna check on the garages too, because those are all rented as well. But we had some complaints about some of the new tenants in one of the garages. We'll drive back there, see what's going on. If there's anything weird happening, we'll just have to see. But anytime you have a multifamily property, lots of garages, lots of tenants, there's going to be some issues. But this property has definitely had more than its fair share of issues. But we'll take a look at the apartment that was redone. It had some stuff on the floor that I'm not sure if it's going to come up or not. So we'll see how clean it got and if it's ready to get rented now or not. Of course, we love the likes, shares, comments. Keep those coming. Love seeing new subscribers as well. And let's go check out that apartment. So this is what the apartment looked like after the missing tenant had moved out. It was a weird situation. He was missing. All his stuff was in the apartment. The police were worried that, he had passed away in the apartment. We let them in. He wasn't there, wasn't in the garages. And like 10 days later, he showed up. He was okay. Obviously had some issues, but decided to move out. And they moved most of their stuff out, but not all of it. He also had a roommate who, I don't know how helpful that was, but they basically dumped a bunch of their stuff right by the dumpster and kind of made a big mess for us to clean up. But this is what it looked like before. And this apartment has just had a lot of crazy issues. Not this apartment, the whole building. There were some tenants below this unit where they moved out and their friends moved in supposedly to clean for a few weeks, and that turned to a squatter situation. They wouldn't leave. We had to go through an eviction there. That was crazy. Of course, we have videos of all of this. We had one of the worst evictions I've ever had right next to this unit, where there's a family who lived there, and these were all tenants who had been brought on by the previous owner of the property, not by us. And they didn't move at all before the eviction. Like, the police knocked on the door. They thought they were going to be able to stay there without paying rent basically for a year, and it was crazy. So that also is on YouTube. That was a crazy situation. We had a police standoff in the back in one of the garages, and now I've got more issues in that same garage too. And so hopefully everything is pretty much stabilized now. Although I said we have, some minor issues. Hopefully they're minor issues in one of the garages. And that's tricky too and tough, because we still do credit checks and background checks in the garages, but you're not supposed to be living there. You're just using it for storage. And I think the person who signed off on the garage was actually the person's mom, who was living there, maybe not living there. You can see a broken window, which we did end up replacing. We replaced all the windows in this unit. And so I guess that's a red flag. If we've had a couple situations where a mom has signed off on for the kids, and a lot of it just seems like the mom is trying to get the kids out of her house by any means necessary. So I guess that's a situation to watch out for. But let's take a look and see what this apartment looks like after it's done. And yes, we did do the laundry clean out. It's the gold rush would call it. And it was like $57 this week. Last week was $92. So the one washer, one dryer coin up laundry has been doing fantastic in this building. So at least something's been going well. But no, all other 7 units are rented and doing well. Almost all of those are tenants we found. So we definitely have better luck, better tenants when we do our own screening and rent to them than most of the time taking over for other owners who sometimes just put in any tenant they can to get the numbers up to get it rented. Okay, so we'll see if I open this how clean it came, because I was kind of worried about that. Oh, not bad. There's a few spots that didn't come up, but it had lots of paint or something on the floors here. The counters are painted, the cabinets are painted. We have a new fridge. We did keep the old stove, but we replaced just the inside things. That looks way better, so it looks pretty good. And we painted everything. Have new carpet in these rooms. So this unit is pretty much done, which means the Ocho, we could try to sell it if we wanted to now, or we could just keep it, but we have all other 7 units are rented. Don't have any issues with those tenants. No drama there. In the past, we've had squatters, evictions, crazy stuff going on, lots of garage issues, but we might be getting closer and closer to having a pretty functional property now. Cool. All right, so that's what it looks like now. This is the unit that had the tenant who went missing, and then we found him and everything was okay. So that's good. All right, so this first garage where that white car is, first off, nobody's supposed to be parking back there. But we keep driving over here and seeing their garage door open, like they're working in there, which they really shouldn't be doing either. And so we'll kind of see what's going on here. Oh, and then we've got someone in the first garage, and then we've got the second garage too, where someone thought somebody was living in there. And I'm not sure what's happening there either. And yes, there's a guy in there who may or may not be living there. So yeah, we've got that going for us. So we had someone complain that the one in number 2, which is where we had the eviction before and all kinds of issues and a SWAT standoff, got that tenant out. Then we rented it to someone else, and is a mom who is renting it for her son just for storage. But she claims he's not living there, but every time we come here, he's in there with the door open, and someone else said he's living there, so we'll have to figure out that situation here too. So back at the Ocho, we had another picture sent to us from someone renting the garages, which did not look amazing. So we're going to show you what happened there. And now we did call the mom of the tenant, and she was 100% sure he wasn't living there. There's no way that could be happening. He was just there going through stuff. But literally one of the other tenants had said he's there every single day, never leaves. And today the garage is shut, so that's nice. But we got sent a picture of this and came over to see what it was, and that is definitely part of a gun. I don't think it's a fully assembled gun. I don't know if it's just a pellet gun or not, but not something you probably want to leave just laying outside.